Everyone, today I want to show you how to use the credentials provider from NextAuth in Next.js. The credentials provider is useful when you need to implement your own version of verification. First we need to install the NextAuth package with npm. Then we need to go to the _app.js file and import the session provider from NextAuth. After that we wrap the component and the page props in the session provider. The next step is to create a directory in the API folder called auth. In the auth directory we need to create a JavaScript file called nextauth.js. In the file we create a default export called nextauth. Then we add the provider property. This property is an array which holds all providers we want to use in our application. In our case we just add the credentials provider. Then we add the name of the provider and an object which specifies form attributes of our login page. The next step is to add the authorize method. In this method you need to specify your authentication logic. In my case I just want to use my credentials and return them when the request has a status code of 200 OK. When the response is not OK you can return null and the user gets a remark that something is not correct. To work properly with the credentials provider we need to override the callbacks. First we need to define the JWT callback. In this we simply define that when an account is created, the user object from our authorize method will be added to the user property from our token and then our token will be returned. The next step is to add the session callback. This takes the session and the token parameter. We can add every property to our session object that we want. In my case I just add the token username and password to the session. Then we return the session. After that I set the default login page theme to white and configure the session. The last step is to add in simple authentication check. First we import the router and the session hook. Then we define the properties. The last step is to check if status of the session is authenticated. If yes we return our component, if not we need the user to sign in page with the use router hook. I hope I could help you. It would be awesome when you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day.